It's Sunday, and we have a new weekly. And this weekly, as soon as the YouTube loads the music, I promise you it's there, it's waiting, but ailments and mana and rolling are the three main things on the left 2/3, I guess we could say, of the list here. The right 2/3, kind of just random nonsense. Maybe you're gonna have a Nurikabe be buffed by an Acklet to be really good, or like Clownfish for some general stats, or this being generally good. But a lot of what's over here is kind of whatever. This works with mana, but Peacock Spider Unicorn, Microbe Unicorn, Wall Chicken Unicorn are ways to self Unicorn. That's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. So here we go. I guess Pengobble is relevant. This is also relevant. Make adjacent. I guess this works with you kind of too. Make adjacent perkless. Yeah, whatever. Two. Gasping lizards. Me playing Gecko Gods, gasping as a gecko. Something like that, maybe. Okay. A lot has happened in the past week, as is usual. But that, the usual lots of things that's happened in the past week is referencing, like, boring stuff, like... Oh, I don't know. Global markets, politics, diplomacy. But instead, this time around, we got some more interesting things going on, such as... the Boston Marathon took place, which is what I last left you off message-wise, was like, the Boston Marathon's gonna be exciting, and let me tell you, it was. It was exciting, because John Career, back-to-back wins of the Boston Marathon. Not only did he do that, he had an insane course record by, like, I don't know, close to a minute or something like that, which is absurd, obviously. So there's something to be said about this. We have mana potential, we have this potential. I guess, I guess. Well, okay, there's two options here. You have Pengobble get the Rambutan to like buff the mana that it gets potentially multiple times because I can heal it. Or you give it in front to give it a first start and then have the, I guess this is what, the second place, so I could still do this, right? Something like this. This could go pretty wild, I think. Okay, so there's that. The Marcel Hughes, I want to say his name. 9th wheelchair race win in Boston. Oh, look at that mana go. Which is insane. He's won 4 in a row. Basically, arguably the GOAT. Nearly, and by the way, he's like 40. He's over 40, so that's kind of sick. I think we take one level here and then save the other level. I almost feel like this gets so much mana that it gets too much mana. I almost want to do like this and then this or something. Or like this. Yeah, that seems good. That seems good. That'll have 4, maybe can shoot something. Then this has 5 health. Yeah, that seems good. But I also think there's something to be said about just getting this involved a little early as well. And then not doing the thing. Mainly just so that I can save some stuff here. Yeah, activate other things, okay. 1 less damage? Sure, because then Rambutan maybe? There's a lot of mana going on. I thought about Radish on the Trout, but... yeah, see, like 8, that's gonna shoot, that's gonna shoot. This is gonna shoot. Oh, I guess the... Alright, you know what? That makes That does not make sense, because that gets rid of that. So I understand why that is dumb. I will bring this in. We're a bit of rolling, we're a bit of mana. We're a bit of rolling, we're a bit of mana. I don't think I actually want to stack all the mana onto that. I think I would rather do it like this. I think that makes more sense. Sharon Loketti won back-to-back in the Boston Marathon as well. Also, I think, doing the record? That might not be true. But there was a lot of impressive races at Boston because it was good weather and they had wind at their back like almost the entire time. So it was like very rare, kind of perfect-ish conditions. Which, if you've been looking around today, you may also have seen some very special news. I'm gonna skip the Chimera. I mean the Cow Greyhound. Which is that at the London Marathon today was an even more insane marathon. Which feels hard to believe a little bit, but it's true. God damn, that was still a draw. It was still a draw. So, what happened in the London Marathon, you might ask? Well, the insane achievement that people thought might not happen for many years happened. Sebastian Sawe became the first man in history to run sub 2 hours at a marathon with legal rules. Which is insane, obviously. Can only be the first guy to do it first. The crazier thing is that the second place man, Kajelcha, who's been a long time, like, insanely good competitor. I feel like he's been around forever, but somehow he's only like, what, 29 or something? But I feel like he's been around forever. He, in his debut marathon, meaning his first real marathon, he's done track stuff. That's what, you know, historically he's done a lot of track stuff. 5K, 1 mile, 5K, then kind of 5K, 10K, still can do mile. Then he's had the half marathon record. His first marathon, he came in second place behind Sawe, who broke 2 hours for the first time at like 1:59:30 or something, maybe, or maybe 1:58:30, something insane. I forget the number. I should know the number. You know what? I'm pulling it up. I have it here. 1:59:30. I was right the first time. Kajelcha ran sub 2 in his first marathon. That doesn't even make sense. that does not even make sense. What are we talking about? How is that even possible? How is that actually possible? Sub 2 in your first marathon. Second place. Oh yeah, I got second place in the marathon. I ran sub 2. What? Second fastest time of all time, getting second place. And Kiplimo, who's also been a half marathon record holder, got third place. And he did not run sub 2, but he ran what would have been a world record if the first two didn't run faster. Like, it was still a world record run if, you know, it was under the previous world record, besides the 2 guys that finished in front of him. So, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Alright, we have potential for a lot of levels next turn. We are certainly aimed more towards mana, so I guess I will keep that around. There's no pill, right? No. Okay. That's why I ended up putting the bacon on that, because that's more likely to be a front running. Because this passes something back, so front running with that makes sense. Yeah, you're getting sniped. So yeah, all of that is obviously absolutely bonkers. And yeah, it's kind of just hard to believe that that happened. As it is indeed absolutely bonkers. I mean, I think I'd rather just get a half-leveled cucumber as a guy that's kind of good. Seems good to me. Seems good to me. These are kind of just hanging out. I don't want to give you all the extra mana though, so I guess I will do this. I feel like... So, okay, couple things, I guess, also to add. It was the debut of Adidas's new shoe, which obviously performed. All three of the front athletes were wearing their new shoe, which is like, the tech of it, I guess, is kind of that well, obviously it's very light, but from my understanding, they're like, some of these new shoes are made so that you can basically only wear them for one race, and then they're like all the support has been basically broken down by the time you finish, or, you know, wouldn't it would be a bad idea to wear it again, I think. I could be misunderstanding that, but that's my understanding of things at the time. This is kind of the only armor, that's why I'm thinking to take it and have it in the front there. Yeah, it's not like... Yeah. Okay. There's something to be said about Clownfish instead of this as potential stats, but we also have these leveled, so I think I'm looking for something like a... Honestly, I'm kind of just looking for the Chimera, because Chimera is kind of insane. But... And also, us doing extra rolls isn't really the worst thing. It's kind of fine. If I sell this, I do have to... I'd go to 6, then buy, then sell, then one more roll, and then I have to buy something. I'm at full health. I'm willing to take a little bit of a hit of a potential bad last slot here. Not the best, huh? I guess I can get some bonus gold. Yeah, I guess I have to. Or I could run 4 squad, which would be pretty crazy, but I don't think I'll do that. This will kind of basically only cost me 1 gold, because 3 things will faint. I get 1 gold from the ability, and then I sell it for 1 more gold. So it's 1 cost gold for the turn. It's not the worst. Not the worst. Not really interested in either of those either. Not interested in either of those, really. That could be interesting. That is, in fact, interesting. Alright, so... I mean, yes. First of all, we want this. Do we want to be buffing the sea cucumber? I guess so. Make 2 friendlies, and then this will automatically at least go once. You know, it'll get the rambutan, which gives it enough to do the thing, so that seems fine. You could give it ambrosia, I guess. Friend ahead faints. Get +1 mana for each roll. I mean, I don't really necessarily want this, but I also don't feel like I necessarily want this either. It's not bad in the last position, I guess, but I think I would rather have like a Winter Spirit or something. Or a Chimera still. I will take the chocolate on that. Do I have a level 3 Mana Hound? I don't. Well, I do, but I don't. Could also hamster just for money. There's the Chimera. All of that is interesting. That is interesting. What do we got here? A lot of initial level starts. That's fun, I guess. You negated my rambutan, which I don't appreciate, but we're still looking good. Time for you to go. Well, level 2 Chimera is pretty strong. Level 2 of that probably gives insane stats though, right? Is it like 8/8? Yeah, that's kind of hard to pass up. I mean, in a sense, you know, you could level this and then have that spawn out of it. We are already at 7 out of 10. Let's greed it up a little bit. Well, guess I chose the wrong thing. Ambrosia doesn't really make sense, I guess, anymore either. It's a decent looking team. You got there. Little draw, but okay. Other sports stuff, which, again, well... We're at 7 out of 10. I think I gotta take it this time. I mean, but like, what if I didn't? What if I did this? How dumb would that be? It'd be kinda dumb. It would be too dumb, I think. It probably wouldn't matter that much, honestly, but... So we're going to keep the mana, like, Winter Spirit is probably better, but we're going for the achievement. Going for the achievement. I don't even, does it even give mana this turn? Did I even roll? I think I did once, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, nice, we overwrote the Crispy, that's awesome. Yeah, we win that one easy, nice. Anti-crisp tech, let's go, okay. This thing is insanely big already now. Yeah, okay. I have to use it on you. Just for the chance. I cannot buy a chocolate with that. Ooh, I can do that though. So I guess now the thing would be like buying popcorns to put on the last two or whatever. That's an interesting strat you got over there. I don't think it's gonna work out for you, but it's interesting. I mean, this is just the better thing to give it to, but, you know, whatever. Throw this on you, I guess. It is, if this gets sniped by something, then the Ambrosia does overwrite it, which is a little awkward, but whatever. Whatever. Or not the Ambrosia, the Rambutan. Okay, rolling stuff, for sure. Not as many trumpets as I would have expected. The fact that the Acklet gives the buff on the turn that it's dying is also pretty sick. +8/+8's crazy. 10 win, perfect health, 10 wins, 13 turns. It wasn't the triple perfect, 10 turn win, 10 health, or 5 health, 10 win, but it was still an achievement, 13, 5 health situation. I'm hearing Plock music. I believe I'm hearing Plock music. I know the Pen Gobble is supposed to be decent here, but we're trying to do the whole, we're trying to do an ailment run now, and not care about the achievement. Bubbly personalities? Couldn't be me. Oh yeah, Bruins and Celtics, playoffs are happening. Bruins? Yikes. Bruins were rough today. Not great. However, Celtics looking good. Still insane to me that Tatum's like just even back. It's kind of nuts to me, but I guess it is what it is. It's happening. It is happening. And then, was there other sports stuff in my brain? I mean, there's some Patriots stuff that's kind of awkward, but not something I am involved with. I guess stream-wise this week, still been playing some Pokemon Champions. Today, I got Master Rank, so that's exciting. I don't have any ways to get mana, so I guess I'm gonna throw on a Drake. Just throw it out there. Why not? Probably have to take that achievement, or that level next turn. I still can't believe, I feel like no one even knows that the marathon thing happened. It's kind of, like when I saw the news that it happened, because usually I'm aware when there's the big marathons, but I think because Boston happened, it went past my mind that London was like the next week. Or I guess the same week, kind of, because Boston was Monday anyway. It was just, I wasn't expecting all of that to happen. I wasn't expecting all of that. So that was kind of crazy. It's pretty awkward, because I guess maybe we're not ailmenting. We might just be doing, we could be going for rolling. This is just generally going to be okay, so I'll take it. Kind of want to save that for next turn. I don't want to save that for next turn. Not really married to any of these units right now, so I guess just throw that on you. The health buff should go first, and then wait. Oh, it's the transforms the two guys ahead, huh? Transforms the two guys ahead. I've realized that's a pretty impressive moves I've made there, huh? Well, that's mana, I guess. Just generically pretty decent. I'll take it. I know the microbe was there, but it's kind of hard to take a preemptive microbe. Especially since I didn't have any of the other stuff going on. Well, this is not looking appetizing. I guess this is a unit. Yeah, okay, that works, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. It's a little funky, but okay. What happened to my music? Oh, it was just switching to the next song. Fair enough. All right, a level. I guess the other Boston Marathon thing was Charles Hicks had a good run. He's a young fella, so that's kind of exciting to see. His success. Wish the best for him. Seems like a good guy. Says guy that doesn't know anything about him besides kind of seeing him in races and maybe a few interviews at most. But you know, like, I don't know, maybe. I did one roll. Transform one pet into another of the same tier with any tier 3 perk. I don't think I want that yet. The video game stuff news that I have is like speedrunning. Green Suiji he got a new world record in 120. I actually did catch it live, which was crazy because I barely ever go in there, but it was like before I was going to bed, and I saw that, I guess we're manaing. Is there a lot of feint abilities? Feint. There kind of is a lot of feint ability. What if I went crazy and got rid of that? That's one of those. I like that. I like that too. And then did that. That seems kind of good. Yeah, new 120 world record. I caught it live. And the crazy part about that is that the run, like, he definitely can break the 135 barrier and get to 134. Like, he was even saying, he like even called out at one point when when it got to, it was like a mistake happened and he was like, 134 is a goner, guys. It's all over. It was just like, oh damn. But it was very much in reach, which was kind of crazy. This kind of awkwardly does this before that does the mana, huh? I'm realizing that's happening. I could just get rid of this and then bring in this and hope that there's enough mana kind of between them that this gets to give me gold, maybe? I don't usually take this, so we're trying it out. Is kind of where I'm at. Rambutan is really good on a statted Chimera, though. It is really good. Gives 6, and this gives 6. It's kind of weird to take the Rambutan late like this, but I think I'm gonna. And this gives to the front. I guess that's... Give one friend ahead 2 mana. That is kind of awkward. Because now that means it's going to go 2, 2, 2. So I guess I have to do here if I want the gold, which is awkward. Yeah. Maybe should have rethought that a little bit. New Elden Ring movie announced. That was the other gaming thing I remember. Otherwise, still a lot of people playing Tamagotchi and whatnot. What else? There was some like Final Fantasy thing and some Nikkei thing. That's not really the world that I'm in, so I don't know what's going on there, but I don't really benefit from rolling. It is some stats. I also think I'm maybe kind of giving up on this a little bit for now, and just because this is like really good to have this and this. I haven't really been paying attention if the Mandrake is doing stuff. It probably is. I mean, Mandrake that's tier 6 and prevents like other Phoenixes is kind of sick, but beyond that, I don't know if I'm loving it. No Nurikabe space because we don't have stats to give it anyway. So this, I'm not even sure if the Pixu could ever be useful here, but yeah, your team looks pretty good. Oh, they prevented it. Okay. Well, if they weren't Unicorn plus mana, that could have been kind of good. I see this now makes this a little bit better. It does make me feel bad that I'm basically kind of doing the same team as last. Well, that's not exactly true, but like, you know, these two guys being good together is the thing that's sort of the same. But now we got a random Mandrake in there instead. It's something. It's something, I guess. We'll take it, maybe. We'll take it. A big... Oh, but we prevent your thing. If we eventually kill you, maybe. Nah, you got a lot of health back there. I mean, the Mandrake is doing a thing, so that's definitely the case. Probably time to either... I mean, I guess you could... No, there's not really a way to make this work without this being like level 3, right? Like, surely you just get rid of the Pixu and put an Acklet in front of here and then be boring, right? Like, that's gotta be the plan. It's just gotta be the better thing to do. I appreciate the gold. Stake on the trout would be good. We're trying to level 3 the Mandrake. I guess technically, like, transform it into a different level 3, but it's kind of risky. You know, if you transformed it into a Mana Hound, that would probably be better for the team, but... Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta just do that. You kind of just have to do that because that's really good. We appreciate what the Pixu did. It helped give the extra gold to enable that level 2 in the same turn. Now we're gonna start popping off. They only got a level 1 Chimera, so it's not even gonna be that spooky. Look at that. You might be back from bad internet purgatory? Oh, I didn't even know. Well, I mean, there's not really a way for me to know that you would have been in bad internet purgatory, I suppose. Well, that's interesting. You know, in theory, a Quetzalcoatl can get this leveled 3 to get the achievement and just prevent... You know, like, this is more within the theme, but we got health. I think this is an interesting thing to pursue for a couple of turns and then switch it to a Winter Spirit or whatever. I'm down. I'm not looking to level the Quetzalcoatl, though. That's crazy talk. Deja vu. Nice. I believe that spawned a Quetzalcoatl as well. Something or other. Okay, there's a big team, but you don't get your... That's not... That killing the Nurikabe is a big deal there. We get another draw, but that's okay, because this thing's getting huge. Get rid of that. You blipped out after I mentioned the sub 2 marathon, and we're talking about the first marathoner. Well, I'm not gonna run through that all again because I think that would be a little annoying for folks, but just know that like some pretty sick stuff took place. Or maybe I can say it after the whole rigmarole is done. I imagine you just gotta do this. Well, you know what? Stake on that is pretty significant. I think the level on this for one turn is not the end of the world. Now what you could do is make Trout level 3 and then hope that it spawns a Winter Spirit, but oh, that's a huge prevent. That's a good combo that we're preventing right there. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Wait a second. Mandrake has been kind of sick. I don't know if you saw the Quetzalcoatl to get this level 3 was also a pretty big deal. Okay. I mean, it probably makes more sense to level the Winter Spirit, because like this isn't in theory supposed to get a lot of attacks off anyway. So like it getting mana is probably not that important, but yeah, kind of don't see myself being possible to lose. We're gonna prevent your Phoenix? No. Does it prevent the first one or a random one? Make one tier 6. So it's a random, right? So that could have hit the Phoenix? Okay. I think we're probably still fine. Yeah, nice. It was indeed random. I am just kind of getting a lot of dupes and... Wait a second. No, because I was going to say, is this a world where I transform the Mandrake? But no, we don't have the achievement. However... we could transform the Trout to attempt to get another achievement. We don't really need the Rambutans that much anymore. It's only 3 per attack. I think I'm going for it. This is this is unheard of. Oh, 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 oh. I know it took away the stake as well, but that's an achievement if we do this, which I have a feeling we probably will. It's well, okay. No, you only got a level 1 Namazu. You got no shot. You got no shot. I got a 48 something. Gonna kill your whole team and then spawn some dogs. Oh yeah. Oh, baby! It all comes together. Double achievement, triple achievement in the session because the first one had the thing. Oh my god. What a nice little steal of an achievement right there. Old me would not have thought to do that. Old me would not have thought to do that. Well, I guess young me, but you know how the phrasing goes. Anyway. That was satisfying. Double achievement, double 10 win. One with full health, one with not. Kind of ended up in mana for both with a kind of similar team for both. I guess it does show that like you can kind of have a couple of random slots in there, in the back 5, and the back 5 meaning the back 2, back 9 golf terms. Anyone? But yeah, ailments are definitely doable, but mana does seem a little bit stronger. So you know, if that's what you're going for, now you know. Go Celtics.